I'm sure you've heard the news. In a shocking move, former President Trump has decided to cut diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility programs. And by shocking I mean, of course, a deafening tire fire. In a move that surprised absolutely no one, Trump has decided to slash diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility programs across the government. That's right. In these uncertain times, the government has decided that ensuring equal opportunity is just too darn expensive. Now you might be thinking, John, surely there's more to the story. And you'd be right, there's always more to the story when it comes to this administration. But before we dive into the murky depths of this decision, let's take a moment to understand what DEIA programs actually are. Because, knowledge is power. Or at least it's something to cling to while the world burns. This isn't just about some pamphlets and a few awkward office workshops. These programs represent a commitment, however flawed in its execution, to creating a fairer and more just society. They're about recognizing that systemic barriers exist for marginalized groups and actively working to dismantle them. But hey, who needs equal opportunity when we can have tax cuts for billionaires? Okay, so DEIA might sound like a corporate buzzword, but it's far more significant. But it's actually a framework for creating workplaces and, by extension, a society where everyone has a fair shot. Diversity means making sure people from all walks of life are represented. Equity is about leveling the playing field, recognizing that not everyone starts the race from the same place. Inclusion? Well, that's about making sure everyone feels welcome, respected, and valued. And accessibility? That's about ensuring everyone can participate fully, regardless of any disabilities they may have. It's about ramps instead of stairs, both literally and metaphorically speaking. These programs are about more than just ticking boxes or meeting quotas. They're about creating a society where everyone has the opportunity to succeed, regardless of their race, religion, gender, sexual orientation, or disability status. They're about building a world where your zip code doesn't determine your destiny. So why cut DEA programs? Well, the official line is that it's about saving money. Fiscal responsibility, they call it, because apparently ensuring equal opportunity is a luxury we can no longer afford. It's like saying we can't afford fire departments because, well, fires are expensive. But let's be honest, folks, this isn't about saving money. This is about ideology. This is about appealing to a base that sees diversity as a threat, that views equity as some sort of socialist plot, and that believes inclusion means having to bake a cake for someone they don't like. The argument, of course, is that DEIA programs are divisive and promote reverse discrimination. Because apparently, acknowledging the existence of racism is more divisive than, actual racism. And don't even get me started on the reverse discrimination argument. It's like saying that turning on the lights in a dark room discriminates against the darkness. So what happens now? Well, the immediate impact will be felt by those who rely on these programs, the most marginalized communities who already face significant barriers to opportunity. We're talking about people of color, women, LGBTQ+ individuals, people with disabilities, the list goes on. These cuts will likely lead to a less diverse workforce, particularly in government jobs. They could also result in a rollback of protections for marginalized groups, making it harder to address discrimination in the workplace and beyond. And for a community already facing attacks on their rights, this is a devastating blow. This isn't just about numbers or statistics. This is about real people's lives. It's about the aspirations of a young black girl who dreams of becoming a scientist, the hopes of a transgender teenager who just wants to feel safe at school, the dignity of a disabled veteran who deserves our respect and support. The fight for equality is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be setbacks, there will be disappointments. But we must not give up, because the fight for a more just and equitable society is a fight worth having, no matter the cost.